Yeah, they're all day.
That's why he's so thin.
I was calling for her dogs. Darcy! She obviously turned to it. That is the biggest ick.
What are you up to? And his just goes to London for a wank.
Mine was...
drinks some hard water, and
Jamie?
I swear to God, I'm like, ew.
That's the moment you knew he's the man for me.
I was like, he's going to be my husband.
That is just... Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abby Clancy.
Me, Peter Crouch.
And we've got some very gorgeous guests today.
Yes, we do.
We've got Sophie and Jamie from the NewlyWeds podcast.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
I always find the beginning of podcasts always that weird bit where it's
I know.
like...
I know. Did I just say hi to the listeners instead of you guys? Hi, guys.
Yeah. Well, we've done hellos in there, let's be honest.
Yeah, we've done hellos.
But how are you doing?
Guys, we're good. We just drove down here. I'm learning to drive at the moment.
You still can't drive?
I still can't drive.
Abby, he can't drive.
We were driving towards your house and we were suddenly like, well, you're going to have all these like smart cars and things like that. And we drove
Well,
in
no,
with
we don't because my husband's too tight.
we
He
drove
doesn't believe in cars.
We drove this little Fiat 500 here, which is it's like a little bubble, and we call it. What have we named it? We named it
Fanny.
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 We named it
Yeah.
Fanny the Fiat because Sophie thinks it's hilarious because you say you're going to park my Fanny.
Yeah, but
And-
it's good.
Oh my God.
But it's a good car to have in London.
Yeah.
I had a Mini called Sasha. That was my first car, but I wrote it off.
Did you? I also
I had
wrote
a terrible crash.
my Mini off as well. Yeah, I drove into a tree. I had my dog.
Fucking hell.
I had my
Wow.
dogs in the back, and they got really excited because there was a sheep in the field next to me, and they jumped over my face, and I drove into the tree.
Yeah, but I don't know if Sophie. I'm going to say she's the worst driver I've ever.
You can't drive.
Yeah, but when I drive, I'll be better than you. Yours is like so bad to the point where we live on Portobello Road. Right? It's a one way road. It's one way. Every single time she turns it, she goes up. She goes up towards the people.
Yeah.
Towards them.
We're right at
I
the
do
end,
that.
so it's okay because
Yeah,
I just swing
yeah.
around and park.
I just
Okay.
stop outside shops.
This
Now when
is
we're
amazing.
driving, I just stop like as the road's going and just to look in the window. And Pete's like, you can't just stop in the middle of the road.
Like she does like precisely what she wants. So like if you'll see something nice in the window, she'll literally like come to a full stop and go, look at that couch, Pete. And I'll go, I can see, I'm looking in the mirror going, fucking hell, but just move
Pete
on.
thinks he's going to die.
It's unbelievable, yeah. Like stops her, she's just like, applying makeup when the light's on green.
It's like, same as you. It's like when we're following the sat nav, and we're following the sat nav to go somewhere, and the sat nav will say, "Turn right at the next turning," and Sophie will just carry on
Turning?
straight. She'll carry on straight, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, I'm following that car." You don't know it. It's just a random car.
Don't know where they're going.
I do often find myself just dazing, and then
Yeah,
I
me
realise
too.
I've been following the car in front of me. It's like that.
Oh
Yeah.
And so
my
I
God.
know them. I'm
I
like,
do that.
Ooh, what am I doing?
Was that not sorry, Jamie, was that not an ick for you that you couldn't drive?
Yeah, slightly. It really was.
Sorry.
Why can't you drive? Why did you not do it?
I don't know. I just,
Sure, what,
in
you're
London.
35?
yeah, 35.
Well, tell them.
Jamie?
I know.
How many times have you passed or failed your theory test?
I booked my theory test 70 times.
70?
70. I could have bought a mini Toyota.
But you haven't failed 70. You've just not been able to
many
make
times
it.
Just not turn off.
I failed a lot, but I never read or revised it. So what I did, my tactic was just to turn up and like I would get them
Hope
wrong,
they
and
know
then
you.
I'd be like, well, I got that one wrong. I'll change it for the next one. So then that would be
Right.
the way that I did
That's
it.
how you revised through tests.
That's a great theory.
It was, but you couldn't pass first time, did you?
I passed that first time and I got 3 points. That's it.
You-
And not 3 points, 3 minors.
but
Yeah.
your theory.
The
Yeah,
theory.
I
sorry,
passed-
what do you mean you can pass first time? Of course I passed.
I did a crash course. One day I forgot my money to get lunch. So it was like 6 hours a day driving. And we used to go to this Tesco car park and go into the Tesco cafe. And I forgot my money. And bearing in mind, I was going to be with him the whole week. I was like, can you lend me money? This was before like Apple Pay and all of that. And he was like, no. So he just sat and ate a big sausage butty in front of me. And I was starving. I couldn't concentrate driving or anything for the rest of the day.
Ate it in front of her.
And then he'd go to me.
Didn't even get her a sandwich.
This is up in Cheshire, and we used to drive down all these country roads, and he'd go, I could kill you now and no one would know. I swear to God.
No, you know where.
I remember she came home crying one
So
day.
weird.
I called him. I had to call him. I said, what are you doing talk to my wife like that? Madman. And then he was going, he's talking about, no.
He was going, yeah, I could kill you now and no one would know in this country, Laing. And I was traumatised, bearing in mind I couldn't drive. So I couldn't escape anyway.
Just looking like,
Yeah.
I couldn't drive, like literally. But even when she was ready for her test, I thought, she went to a test and I went, oh my God, how am I going to console her?
No,
She's
but
the worst driver I've ever seen.
girl was-
There's absolutely no way she's passing this test.
She was the biggest Britain's Next Top Model fan. So she wasn't looking at the road. She was just going, oh, so what was Olivia like? Oh, what was Nikki Johnson like? So the whole time I could have been going through red lights.
She was
like,
driving
doing
on the pavement.
And she just was like, hey, stop.
Yeah,
And I
it was.
passed. I was like, love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to, just because we're getting to that stage now, we're married, maybe kids. And I can't just be, as a parent, if I'm turning up to the school and I can't, they get on my Vespa. And
you help me on your Vespa.
But you've had a few problems with the Vespa, didn't you? On the motorway, I was laughing my head.
Oh, that was funny.
was crying
that was funny.
that was driving this way to here.
Yeah.
Where it was actually, I've said it before, I say there was the scariest thing that's ever happened to. Sophie was so scared.
Were you on
She
it
was
as
on
well?
the back.
I was in a pair of shorts and a strappy top and my helmet, blow-dried hair, and my head was honestly the wind. The helmet was hanging off by a string because it was so fast.
Can I
believe that?
Can I say what happened? What happened was we got on my Vespa. It's 125cc. It's not. It's like top speed, like 50 miles an hour. And when it gets to 50, it starts to shake like that. And I would say, I'll take the sat nav. We'll go, around here where our friends are, where you guys live. And I was like, fine.
For a second,
Yeah. And honestly, I have these I have Apple headphones which have a wire on it. It's a bit uncomfortable. I thought we were going to take little roads. Somebody goes, you're going on the M4. I don't drive, so I don't know what the M4
Turns
was.
around, he goes, I swear to God, he turns around and he goes to me, what does M stand for? I went, motorway. Next thing we know, lorry. Every car. It was
no.
Going on to that, what is it called? The hard shoulder, whatever that thing is. That thing where you go onto the motorway. You can't go fast as all the cars.
Oh my God, this is making me feel sick.
So we pulled into a service station. People in the service station freak out because
This
they've never
we
seen
surely
it.
could go to prison for.
No, you got because it was a mistake. We didn't mean to do it. And we pulled into the service station. People in the service station freaking out because they've never seen a Vespa pull into a service station. Sophie was so scared she couldn't talk. You had gone silent on the back. And then we go back onto the road and we drive. And I was like, don't worry. And we drive on, we go round, and I go on something. It said the M25, and I had to go onto that. That was like 5 lanes with a Vespa.
Outrageous. I've done the bike taxi before, where you sit on the back. If you go through London when you need to get somewhere like the airport or something. So I'm at a football match, and I've got to get to the airport in 45 minutes. So get on the back of the thing. But I forgot that obviously when you get through London, that's amazing. But then when you get on the motorway, I'm now on the back of a motorbike doing 70, and I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like, wait, do I hold him? I'm like.
You have to hold him.
So I'm like holding him around his belly, and I'm just like belly, and he's going, hell are you doing? You're supposed to
talking to you.
Yeah, he's like talking to me, like going, what, you all right? And I was going, well, I'm a bit scared.
Oh my God, no way.
It's like
I'm a bit scared. I'm doing 70, and I'm the wind's in my face.
it's like going on a roller coaster. You know when you go on a roller coaster and you go, woo!
Yeah, like that.
Doing that is like when you hold the side things.
Oh no.
Well, what you do is you just click.
I just held him for dear life, and I actually shut my eyes for most of it.
I could never do that. I've never been on a motorbike.
Oh, it was horrific.
I'm not
It
one of
got
them
me there,
girls
but-
who are like into motorbike men.
Oh God, nor me. Harry and Harley
No, but like
Davidson.
it's just like
Just a Vespa for me all day.
Yeah,
No.
just a Vespa.
Give me a Vespa, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got carried away with driving, really. There, but I think What you should get into you two, right? How did you meet? You were on reality TV, right?
Yeah.
Is that where you met, or did you know each other before that?
So Jamie for ages wanted me to say that we met before that, but the truth is we met on Mission
Okay.
Yeah. But you fancied me a little bit before that.
No, I didn't. We were.
You want it beforehand?
Yeah.
He was on it for like 10 years. He's
10 years?
10 years.
Sophie
Yeah.
used to have posters of me on a wall.
I did 3 years.
I used to have posters of Pete on my wall.
Did you?
I used to look at him in the paper though and be like, oh, he's lovely. He needs rescuing.
Was there any point where you
I
saw
definitely
me?
thought you were fun. You looked really happy and laugh. Like, you know, I thought
You'd
you'd
rather
be...
you'd be horrible and be gorgeous.
I thought you... He's got great... No, I thought you looked bubbly.
You're joking.
No, but...
That's what you thought?
But then when I met you, we became really good friends.
Yeah, well, we're married now. It's like we're like coming back together, a reunion or something. Like we're
We
married.
became really good friends. And I remember I came home from this away trip that we did. And I said to my sister, oh my God, I love Jamie. I could marry him. She says, she remembers that. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
And then look,
I remember.
seriously.
We were really good friends on the show, and truthfully, I just didn't want like our story to be that. I was like, how lame. We went on a reality show. Like, oh God. But actually, it's like our story. And the time I remember, I just felt like we were such good friends. And then this is when it happened. We're in South Africa, and you walked out in a bikini, and I was suddenly like, oh my God, you're a girl. I didn't sort of-
By the way, I'd been on 2 bikini holidays with you before.
Yeah, but
And when we look back at it, you were like, you definitely changed for the South Africa one. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
you said you looked really hot, and so then I suddenly became really awkward.
You probably fancied her at that point then.
And then I became I remember I didn't really know I just became really awkward, so I didn't really know what to do around her. So
you followed me like a lost puppy. So I don't think you became awkward.
I did become awkward. I had to get drunk. I had to get drunk to talk
That
to
was
you.
the reason.
I had to get drunk to talk to her. Then I started like, I'd get drunk and then share your bed with you. And you were just like, who's this like person in the bed? And I would just spoon you all night. That's what I would do.
I remember one night we all got drunk and we went to sleep, and I don't know why he was sleeping in my room, and he sort of like headlocked me. And Jamie, when he gets drunk, does this thing where I could say goes ghost. So there's nothing behind the eyes. I'm like, hello, and he'll be like, oh God, time to go to bed. Bear in mind, I didn't know he wasn't my husband then. So I was like, what the hell's going on with him?
Was he your boyfriend at this point?
No. They're like
my God.
friends, but like not friendly enough to share my bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in my bed. I'm like, this is weird.
Sounds a bit creepy.
You headlock me in like your sleep. And I was like, okay, just pretend you're asleep. And then you thrash the duvet off you, and he's obviously scrambling around for water because he's so parched in the middle of the night from being so drunk. And I see him go over, I open one eye, I'm like, don't want him to know I'm awake. I see him go over to a vase with flowers in
No.
it. He takes the flowers out and he drinks the vase water. And
Jamie?
I swear to God, I'm like, ew.
That is just,
That's the moment you knew he's the man for me.
I was like, he's going to be my husband.
that is just. I remember that's kind of when we first met. It was the day before. Well, one of our first dates, and I was going on Britain's Next Top Model. It was like the first day, and we'd been out the night before, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't want to drink the night before going on the TV show. Ended up getting pissed, obviously. And then Pete just stayed there like all night. And I just wanted to get rid of him. And I couldn't get ready until he'd gone. So he was just like casually lying around the next morning, like talking. I'm like, I need to get ready to go.
You should have just said you
Yeah,
piss
but
off.
I didn't know you well enough to
okay.
like. But the whole like, it was 2 single beds that we pushed together. So Pete was like down the crack all night, and then it was me and the
On
other
the
one.
bed. On the bed.
Yeah, he wasn't down my crack. And then he finally left, and I was like, "Thank God, get showered, get ready." And then there was a knock on the door, and he come back in and just vomited everywhere.
Yeah. You know, because I've been
No, you didn't.
I've been lounging around for like ages. You know what I mean? And then when I stood up, that's when I went, oh. But then I left and then I went, oh my God. And now I'm in the
just ran
hallway.
through
I'm
the
either go
room.
downstairs or I've got to run back in. So yeah, I just knocked and I flew in and just threw up and then left.
You didn't think, fancy this girl,
I
but
did, yeah, but it was a split-second decision. You know?
when it comes, it comes.
Onto the floor.
No, straight. I
Ran straight to the bathroom, thank God.
Yeah, and then I went right, and then I had to do the awkward like, "See you later, babe."
But he's
I'll
such
catch
a
you after
loud
Prince
vomiter. The loud vomit makes me sick. It's like,
Call me.
like that noise, and I was like,
then
oh my God.
Try retching and then walking out and acting all cool.
Yeah.
And then all your mates are like, obviously all your mates are like asking the question like, how'd it go and all that, and I'm going, like I think it went really well. There was one little bit at the end
Just a little hiccup.
where I ran and threw up everywhere, which wasn't so good. But
And then you were like, he's the one.
He's the one. He's the one.
But when you guys kissed for the first time, was it like sparks there?
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I think that's why. Not to be God, I got to cheat. What? All right. Well, when we first kissed, it was like no. All right, nothing for that.
It was. I just don't know. Woo, uncomfortable. No.
We did.
Okay, yeah.
Well, honestly, this is too intimate. I'll say it anyway.
No,
Oh my gosh.
It was for us, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
He
first
took me to the pub opposite his house, to an old man's pub, thinking he was like going to get me drunk and get lucky. He was like, "That's my flat. See that window? That's my flat." And I was like, "But we had our first snog in there." And I remember you went to the loo, and I called our Fran, Ross's mum, my auntie. It was like being on, first dates or whatever. It's not first dates. Is it first dates?
Yeah. Can you call me in 10 minutes?
Yeah, can you call? And she was like, "Do you need rescuing?" I'm like, "No, he's actually all right."
I did when we first got intimate. I'm not we intimate. I mean, what am I saying?
I just don't want you to continue.
Sorry, the first.
No, I can't.
I do. I'm enjoying it.
We're intimate. When we first got intimate. Like,
You
what?
just know.
So you said just tangent. We were in the countryside at my mum's house the other day, and I was calling for her dogs. Darcy, she honestly turned to me and went, "That is the biggest ick. You calling for your mum's dogs."
No, I hate.
So I had to go, Darcy.
I hate men doing like baby
Oh, the
voices.
baby voice.
He'll be like, "Darcy, butter." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
vomit."
We've got a friend like
yeah.
that with a dog called Rita, and if you leave him, he's like, "Everyone say bye to Rita."
So
Bye, Rita.
everyone has
Everyone has
to
to
say
kiss
bye.
the dog and say bye
To
to
the dog.
Rita.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people think they want you to like kiss their dogs. And
I know.
exactly like that. Look, and they send you 100 photos. I'm like, "Okay, sweet,
I know.
but enough."
I think the same with children though, as well. I like my own kids.
Yeah.
But when
No,
people
no,
send me
no,
loads
no.
of pictures of their
It's
kids,
so
I'm
hard not
like,
to though. Like, it's like
and what?
something like kids are you look at, especially a newborn for me, you go like that's just another newborn
It is.
for me. And they go,
Same
"Well,
for
let's
me.
got your eyes." It's just a baby.
Same for me. And also, lots of our friends are having kids at the moment, and they hand it to you. It's like holding a heavy jacket potato. It's so.
Oh no.
It is. It's
That's
hot.
So I love it.
I love new babies.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I'd have another one, but Pete said no.
Would you?
Oh, come on, we've got 4. Like, come on.
Pete, why are you saying no?
What are you joking?
Why are you saying
What,
that?
5?
Can you
Why are you
tell me
saying
about
5's
it?
not normal.
It's her body. She can do what
I
she
know.
5's a great number. I said I wanted 5.
Really? Are you on that page? Like, obviously, you got married now. But the worst thing is when you get married and it's like everyone's on to the next thing
Yeah,
now.
when you have
So
kids and you're
Yeah.
and I hate asking it, but just have.
I think.
I'm kind of on that page.
You are?
You're not quite on that page.
Not quite there.
I think I am.
But I think ultimately it's probably the women.
I don't think, well, Pete had never thought about having kids until he had ours. You know, he wasn't one of them men to be like, "I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to have kids." It was kind of more my dream.
Mm.
But you're the best dad now. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
love
I
them.
wasn't, it wasn't something that I kind of was on my radar massively. But then obviously having them like just changes that completely.
Is it great? Like, yeah, is it great? Is it
No,
great?
it's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
It's absolutely.
Be honest.
No,
Wink at me if it's
there are
Like that.
times when you're like, "Oh my god, why have we done this to ourselves?" You know.
We laugh now, like we have these ideas, let's all take a trip down to Longleat, 2-hour drive. It's going to be magical. We can feed the killing each other in the car for 2 hours, the fighting. He's got his toe on me. I'm squashed. I'm hungry. I need a wait. And we just look at each other and laugh now because we're like,
You know when it gets
we'll
so
cry.
ridiculous, you go like,
Yeah.
you have to actually laugh at the situation we've created.
I reckon you're quite good. I reckon you're quite relaxed with the kids.
yeah, I'm not.
Oh
So-
no, I actually remember I was laughing so much. You guys were saying in one of your podcasts about how you were at the park and everyone's like, "Come on," and it's that sort of thing. Like
Wait, what
everyone's
happened? What do you mean?
like everyone's just like so posh and like the London parks, and
Yeah,
it's just mayhem.
And like
really.
the mum's got like sick on her. Do you know what I mean? She's going, "Oh, Rupert, stop, don't do that, Rupee." He's throwing up on her. One's pissing in the corner. And you're like, what? How have we got ourselves in this position where we're all running around the park, harassed? No one's, they have hairs everywhere. You know what I mean? They're sick on them.
Yes.
It's like, why have we done this
Why?
to
It's like
ourselves?
snookering yourself.
Yeah.
No, it is. And it's like, even like this Saturday night, we had to stay in because, trying to get a babysitter for 4 kids is impossible. My mum turns her phone off every weekend. Like literally, I have no contact with my mum on a weekend.
Does she actually?
Yeah.
She doesn't answer to me. And then she's like, "Oh, sorry, I've left my phone in the car."
Monday
for
morning when they're in
48
school.
hours."
"Oh, sorry, did you need me?"
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But-
So
Good
we had
for
to
her.
stay in, and we thought, how can we entertain ourselves? So we started prank calling people, and all our friends were like out in bars, and me and Sophia and Liberty were just playing this like Chinese restaurant order down the phone to people.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Oh, we had such a good time. Like,
Does it work?
Yeah, Sophia did it to us, and she's 12 now, so she was in on the game with us. You know what I mean? So like we're all sitting there, me, Liberty, Sophia,
Bottle of wine.
Abbey, bottle of wine. Obviously they weren't having the bottle of wine.
Everyone's got a bottle of wine.
They were doing all the pranking, and we were I was calling like football people. I was calling like everyone that on my thing. It was everyone was going for it. It was brilliant. It's like, you need to come and pick up your order from the Chinese.
And everyone but loads of people were going, sorry, mate, where are you? Like, should I come and pick it up? And we were like, you haven't ordered it? Like, why are you saying, like, where should you come to? What's the address? We were getting,
it's brilliant.
but some of our friends were like, what's the address? I'm 5 minutes away. We were like, you haven't ordered it? Like, you just obviously that pissed in a pot.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's
But it was
so
good.
funny.
I love it. That's how your Saturday night is now.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
That's how
There's a lot of home drinking going on because we can't go out.
Yeah, I don't think we'd mind that so much.
No, not at all.
I think we are thinking about. I went to. I haven't actually said this. Did I tell you this? I went to a. We talk about it. So I decided to go and we chat about it on our podcast about fertility. So I was like, okay, fine, maybe we're going. So I went to go and check my eggs. What is it? I go and check my sperm. I go and check my sperm.
Not your egg.
Did I tell you this though?
That's a weird scenario.
Mate,
Yeah.
I've done it.
okay, not as weird as this. I'll tell you two reasons why it was weird. First reason was I arrived at the fertility place and I walked and I was like, this is a bit weird. Like, because it had like planes and like posters like travel, and I was like, this is. And I walked up to the counter. I was like, hi, Jamie and Laing here for the fertility check, and they went, huh? And I went, isn't this the? It was a travel company. So I was like, oh, they were like, not here. And I was like, okay, sorry. So that was pretty weird. Then I go downstairs and there's this person there doing the fertility check, and I'm like, okay. And she takes you into the room, and when they take you into the room, they know what you're about to do.
I know. I can't
have to
look
do
them in the eye. It's like, and then worst thing is, there's a couple of fellas in front of me. I'm thinking, oh, you pervert.
Yeah, but I think it's mad the way you just have to go in and then bring it out and give it back to the girl.
Okay.
It's so creepy and seedy.
So weird.
And
So
I almost,
weird,
we
yeah.
actually went and did it together, weirdly, a couple
Were you
years
in the
ago.
room?
No, but when he came out, I just didn't like him.
I know.
Yeah, you know. What
Oh,
I know what you've just done.
I was
know,
thinking
I'm
about you.
That's what I said
I
to
was
me.
furiously scrolling.
I know. I was a bit jealous of that actually.
Oh
I was
my God.
angry. I was angry with you.
I had a call. Like someone said, "What you up to?" And this time, just goes to London for a wank.
Mine was worse. So she takes me into the room. She takes me into the room, and you know how you would fluff a duvet.
Oh no!
There was this, it was a seat, and she had like a thing. She put like what I can only say is like a loose seat on the chair. She fluffed it out like
Like
that.
a waterproof sheet.
Yeah, and then she put that on thing, and they leave you to it.
No, it's hideous.
And you're quite casual. As soon as you do whatever happens, and you screw on the lid, you put it on, and there's a bell. You get everything ready. You zip up to the top. You got your headphones in. You got your keys ready, and you go. Ding dong!
Then you're like, God, I'm
And then I was out of there so quick.
so true.
And she was shouting to me. And I was just ignoring it. I just got out and they phoned me. And I said hi and they said, sorry, was there any spillage?
Oh
my God.
No. They're having a wind up there, 100%. It must be.
Vile.
Oh God, it's an intense thing to go through. That
I used to send you all the time.
Yeah,
and
because we had obviously.
It took us ages to get pregnant,
We
like-
obviously managed it in the end, but the first one was took
it's like
us a
2.5
long time.
years.
Really?
Really?
So I was sending people. It's definitely you.
Yes, I was. Oh my God,
not me.
trotting up to London again.
skipping to London. Yeah, but I had endometriosis, so I had to.
Oh, okay.
So I had so many tests, and he was like, your tubes aren't blocked. You had to put all dye through, blah blah blah. And in the end, I had to when the results come back, I had to get the operation, get it cleared out, and then we got pregnant. But that was I had no symptoms or anything. So 2 years ago, every month going, why aren't we pregnant?
Yeah,
It was
that's sad.
so
It's
scary.
upsetting.
Well, it's
That's
weird.
really
You just
scary.
think, right, we're ready now. Like, let's just have a baby.
you could just
And
spend your
don't
whole
know,
life trying not to get pregnant,
And then
then
it's like 1-2 days a month
Don't know,
or
yeah.
something
It's-
that you even can. It's crazy and you never know. Yeah, well, that's why we're sort of...
You would do it now. You would be. I think you would want to go for it now. I think.
Well,
I think.
now, what should we just go over?
The only advantage of it, not the only advantage.
Just bringing it
There's
in.
loads of advantage having kids, but the one thing is that I think you'd be quite up for it, as in.
I have no idea what you're talking
He
about.
thought I was using him.
Yeah,
There was
by
one
the end, I
point-
was like, no, this is like too transactional. I was like, she was
the
like,
right way.
yes, you going like, get upstairs now, like I'm ovulating.
if.
And I was going like,
As
this,
if.
I'm not a piece of meat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was like, I'm not a piece of meat. You can't use me for my
I've got
sperm.
feelings.
I'm like,
You've got to
I'm
like wine
not.
and dine me. I mean,
The first
not
few
just going
weeks,
to go
is-
procreate. I mean, take me out for dinner.
but now you know how I feel when you just say that to me.
I get that now. I get that. Yeah, I get the.
See,
I
when
get
that happens, you're going to see how the tables turn and what I feel like all the time.
Yeah, it's so true.
You don't feel like I think Sophie has a thing. You'll just yours is like a rejection. Then when you give in, you go ugh, and it's like. I said that one time. I've said it before. I'll say it again. There was one time when she was like, okay, and I got on top of her and she went, oh, get on with it. And I went, wow, are you
I think
joking?
that's normal.
Are you-
Like after a meal, it was
I
probably
know.
like Sunday night. I was like, really?
Yeah,
You know?
I agree with that.
The right time.
You don't make me feel sexy. That's all I'm saying.
So, I mean, it's like goes both ways. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
I just get like, he just texts me like a beaver and a aubergine. And I'm just like, no,
Letting her know it's on. You know what I mean?
absolutely not. And a splash.
I'm just testing. That's just when I'm testing the water. you know what I mean? Three
Is it
emojis.
emoji, beaver, splash.
Plus
It has to go the right way. Beaver, splash,
No,
aubergine.
beaver,
No, 'cause the
aubergine,
splash
splash.
goes on, but that's the way it goes.
But I heard you say this the other day, which is so true. You just said if you came back and Abbey was just naked, it'd be wonderful.
So yeah,
But
exactly.
wait,
Yeah, I said
can
that. Yeah.
I've got four. Do you think I'm just going to walk around naked?
Well, it'd be
I've got
great if
7
you did.
million builders in the house. I've got 4 kids, the dogs, the cat. I can't do anything in front of the cat.
Can't do it in front of the cat.
The cat just stays on our bed 24 hours, 24/7. It just like puts me off. It's like that, looking at me.
But I think it's much easier.
No, not the cat. What do you do?
You have to lift her out. Just proper mood killer.
You should put her against just to face the wall.
And
Like
then the door, and then she
Turn around.
She scratches on the door like, and I'm just thinking the whole time is
not the whole
just
time.
puts me off. That whole 10 seconds.
But if the difference is if you arrived back and I was there just naked, you would
You're okay.
to the point where Sophie did this thing where we were, like I said, we were at my mum's house and I was lying on the bed naked and she was in hysterics. And I was naked. I was like, why? It's because she had been taking photos of me from this angle, which
I go, this is what I get to look at every day.
I look like Jabba the Hutt. I was like, what are you?
Oh my god. Yeah, well,
I
we
think
got
you-
feelings, you know. Do you know what I mean? We
Men
got
are a
feelings.
different breed to women,
Of course
and
we are,
you know
it's
what
different.
you like, we don't.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, if I come home and you were naked, I'd just be like,
Ugh,
what on earth are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But
It's just not the same.
I know, but it's totally different for us. Like if you're naked, okay, and I'll be like, this is incredible.
You die.
Have a heart
I'm
attack.
delighted.
I'll be over the bin.
But
I'd be like, please don't sit on anything.
Yeah.
you would actually be like that. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I was naked the other day, and you told me I had to sit on the floor. I had to sit on the wooden floor. I had to sit on the wooden floor.
I'm on the sofa. Other people have to sit on it.
What do you think I can do? Shit on it? Like what's going on? Not four. Like,
I mean, you just walking around like naked, like in the front room and stuff.
He walks around naked
Do
all
you?
the time. Yeah, and we live
Voyeur.
in Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Like windows are not, the curtains aren't always drawn. I'm like, it's just bizarre.
I actually have a bit of a phobia of it now. Well, I've told you this. I'm sure I've told the story before. I'll say again. When I was younger, we were in the Turks and Caicos, and I must have been about 5 or 6 years old. And we were living on like a community bit, so loads of different houses, and like the kids used to play. And I think I obviously like fancied these like 2 other girls who used to, but I was 6, so I didn't really understand.
5?
I think I really liked them. They were a bit older than me. But I was running. I also ran naked then. But I remember it so well. I went to the bathroom I went to do number 2. Anyway, I then came out and I was in a rush and I came out and I started chasing the girls around and they were running away from me. And I was like, why are they running away from me? And I remember it so well. I came back to the house, I went, exhausted like that. I put my hand on. And I had obviously, I had wiped my mouth and smeared shit up my back. Then chased these 2 girls.
Oh my God. They must have been fucking shitting themselves.
It's a bit traumatized.
Why are they running?
Trying to wipe shit on us.
The poo monster.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Oh
That
my
is so
God.
funny.
But have you found, like, doing the podcast and stuff as a couple, like, because you did yours before you got married. So I want to ask you about the podcast and also kind of how you feel like your dynamic, has it changed at all since you've been, were unmarried to married?
Changed since we've been unmarried to married. I would say leading up to the wedding, not fun with him wanting to create this podcast. And I was just like, chill out. And, having planning a wedding stressful. I'm not that organised. And I also don't love being centre of attention. I don't have birthday parties and stuff. So that sort of pressure and then having you wanting to film and record every part of it was quite stressful. I much prefer doing the podcast now. Now that it's...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So for me, that's how it's changed. It's much more relaxed.
I like it. I've always liked it. I think because it's fun. Like
you like centre of attention.
Yeah. Well,
Pete loves being centre of attention.
yeah.
Really?
Pete, you do everywhere we go. The robot comes out.
Just give the people,
I can't.
give the people what they want.
I can't.
Does he do it every?
No, not everywhere.
Every time he's in a DJ booth. If we go to a club, he's in the booth with the headphones on, pretending to DJ. He loves like dancing in front of people. Like
That's after a few drinks. You're partial
I'm quite
yourself.
loud, but I'm quite shy. Like I don't like performing in front of people or doing anything
We
like
did the
that.
worm last time we were out on the dance floor and everyone was like literally around you.
But that was people we knew. It wasn't strangers.
Every time we go out, she performs Shallow. You know the... that one.
You sing it.
Yeah, she sings it every time we go out.
Can you sing?
No.
I
no,
can't try and sing it.
No,
Please.
no, but
You
I
can
think I think I can
She won't do
sing.
it.
I think I can sing
She
when
can
I'm
sing.
drunk.
I heard you sing. You can sing, can't you?
I'm honestly
I
tone
heard you
deaf.
sing on the podcast before. That was right at the start, the latest one. You were like singing at the
You
start
do.
of it.
You sing it every time. You sing at the beginning. You always sing.
Why do you put that in?
Yeah.
I want it to be cut out. I honestly sing because they
was
always
good,
go,
it
we're
was good.
rolling, and I'm like, we're rolling.
It was good.
That's what I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that as well.
She's never ever listened to an episode.
Yeah, or up.
No, have you never
No.
ever?
No.
She's never listened to one. You don't even. We could put anything we want in it. We could literally put
Yeah,
anything we want.
at the beginning it was awful because we'd have arguments on that. I would actually physically cry. I'd be like, guys, I'm so upset. Obviously, cut all of this out, and I'd listen back and me crying, having an argument, having a tantrum over nothing was all in there.
That was
That was
once.
bad.
That was once.
That was
The
bad.
problem is that I'm an oversharer and Sophie is not an oversharer at all. So we had to find a balance. But at the beginning, I was just sharing like everything, like anything and everything I was sharing, and you got upset by that. And it was just
I feel like you guys have a better balance with that though. You're
No,
not.
I'm always in trouble for this. And like the headlines, I was saying to you off camera, like this week's headline was, I love a filthy night in a hotel and we'll tell you exactly what gets to go. And I'm like, the papers make me out to be this absolute tramp.
And if you read down, it's talking about spatulas.
I was talking about spatulas from Le Creuset. Like,
Just talking about, I really get excited about spatulas. And
I was so excited.
could
We went
they
to Bicester
twist it?
Village and I bought all new utensils for the kitchen and I was
gorgeous.
literally so excited about it. And then they turned me into some hoe.
my favourite one was on the front page of one of the newspapers. Front page, by the way. It wasn't the main story. Obviously, it was just a picture of Abbey and like a little bit. I'm a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. was the headline. I went,
So bad.
I was at the petrol station with the kids. I was like, oh my God. What the fuck did we say?
Was it from the podcast?
Yeah. Because we were talking about being, like
Oh,
kind
that's
of.
a live stars.
Yeah. He was like a lady in the street asleep in the bed.
Yeah.
Because, you say things on the podcast and out of context, it can sound so bad. But they always do these like sexual ones at me and I'm so prude as well. I'm like, ah! And then going to, have a meeting with the headmaster in school, knowing that you're on the front of the paper being a freak in the bed.
That's what I always think. Like we say things on here because like-minded people
Yeah.
Or we're just on our own with our circle of people in here. And you say things because you just think, and then
Well, it's
you realise that
important
you've
to
got to
be-
go and see the teachers or people at the school gates and things like that. And you think, oh, well, What are they all
I
listen?
I don't even
People
think
listen,
like that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they listen.
It's important to be authentic, though. Like when we decided to do this
Completely.
podcast, we were like, we don't want to be self-editing. We have to be ourselves, you know. And
Who wanted to do it more? Were you like we should do it, or
Well,
how
I had
did
the
it work?
football podcast. That
Yeah,
I've got.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
obviously like my podcast with the football it's gone like it was amazingly. It was great
So
for me,
good.
and I just thought,
So good.
and also with Ab, obviously people see pictures of her, and you know she's not kind of said much over the years. You know what I mean? She's done like pictures of modelling.
everyone laughs in the room.
Do you know what I mean? No, you haven't. No, what I'm saying is
not
you
said
haven't put your personality out there. You've been on TV shows, but you've never really kind of like opened up. And obviously, the Ab that I know at home is like very funny. And I think if you've got, you know, people would have a misconception, especially with footballers and their wives. They think, oh, it's like there's a misconception. I think.
Gold digging bitch.
Yeah, you know, there's an element of that, you know. No, I think you know there is and I just knew that at the moment people kind of saw Ab, that I knew it would be a good thing to do. And because I'd done one, sort of, I knew kind of how it worked a little bit, and then, you know, it's easy
But
for
we
us
love it
to,
for
and
us.
it's good for us. Yeah,
It's like, obviously, we've got 4 kids. We're both busy,
Yeah.
working, you know, having this time to just sit down and talk about like all our old stories and how we met. And it's been great for us. It's fun.
But I think that's what the sort of ticket is, right? I have exactly the same. So when we were doing NewlyWeds, and then we obviously changed to NewlyWeds, right? Same thing is like, so did Main Chelsea, but that's like drama and it's like, and I just knew how funny she was.
And the only thing I got ever filmed doing was crying over a boy. So I look like literally the worst person. Everyone hates me.
Yeah. But she's so funny, and I was just like, God, we should definitely do this podcast because people will then, and I think what it is it's like this, the like success of your one as well. Is it sort of okay? Everyone knows you're funny, you're this, you're that, but then suddenly when you see that your wife or your partner is this powerful woman who also like rules the roost as well and is funny and entertaining, and then everyone goes, oh my God, we love them, then it sort of almost propels it even more. And I think that's what happened with our one, is that people kind of knew that I was probably this energetic guy, but they were surprised with you and funny when they're like, oh my God, she's the funniest person in the world. And that was the sort of success of the podcast.
Yeah.
Did I just ramble for a bit?
I agree with that.
I totally,
No, I
totally
agree
You know
with
what I
that.
mean?
No, I totally agree with you.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I think that's what it was.
So with the Made in Chelsea stuff, like you know, obviously it's great for you to be able to just now you're your own producers, right? You can say what you want here. You know, there's no one telling you. Well, they might every now and then say rein it in, but you know, you can basically do what you want to do, right? So how much of like the Made in Chelsea stuff was like where you didn't feel like you came across as you?
It's constructed in the sense that every scene is constructed. So
Yeah,
you're
but you're still saying your own.
You're still saying your own words, but there were
Prompted.
I don't know if I can say this, but there were times when it was like, we really want to rap, and they'd be like, if you say this, you'll be able to rap.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
You can say that. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. Reality TV, it's like heavy on the soul.
Are you pleased you did it?
Yeah, I am, but at the same time, it's one of these things where it's like a shortcut into this this industry, right? And it's also then once you're then kind of known as this person who did Made in Chelsea, and that's fine and great, and I'm proud of my roots. But it's also like it's a long road round that to kind of people to go, okay, they have more to their bow, whatever it is. I think reality TV is a great thing to do, but yeah, you get. I mean, and also, man, we were just drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always in great places and great holidays. I was
Just
like,
drunk. Or we drank so I remember in the south of France we saw you guys at at the hotel. We saw you guys there, and we was a mate. We got to
we had a
travel.
big fight that day. Do you remember?
I think we did.
stormed out.
Yeah.
I think we did.
I must have said something really wrong.
Pete loves the storm out.
Does he?
Ah,
Oh wait, give me
Guys,
the.
man.
Do you storm out? Are you a storm
Well, it's only
outer?
because
Stormer
she'll
outer.
just continue until it comes to the point where I'm like, I just got to go.
he loves a door slam and a storm out.
Is that how you end it? Is that how you...
Yeah,
done the odd door slam.
you know, and then he'll just like ignore me for a few hours, and it drives, and I'm like 9 million missed calls.
What am I like in an argument?
You're like 9 million missed calls for me, and I'm pretty door slam.
No, you make
I
Mic-
would
mic
love to
drop.
be door slam, but I
But
just
I
can't
think-
hold my tongue.
If he didn't talk so much, I would not be able to hold my tongue. But because he over talks to me, I'm like, I literally, I
Can't get a word in.
I revel in the fact that I dress in silent because I can see it eating you alive.
Sometimes, honestly, I understand. I understand how like people can kill each other. Like literally, because there have been times when if I had, I don't know, if honestly, if we were on that dark road and we had a big argument, I was like, you rev me up so, like this morning, prime example. I wake up in the morning, yeah, she gets up at like, it's 6 in the morning, right? 6 in the morning, and I'm like, fine, okay. And she's like, I'm going to the gym. And I said, can I
go to the gym this morning?
Yeah.
Go, girl.
And I'm like, can I come with you? And she's like, no, you're going to be too late. I'm going to go. So I went, okay, fine, no worries. So she goes to her gym. I go to my gym a little bit later. So I go to the gym because she's woken me up. I'm literally just started my workout, and suddenly I get a call from her, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like,
don't talk like that anyway.
Okay, sorry, where are you? Where are you? And I'm like, I'm in the gym. She's like, I don't have my key. And I'm like, what? She said, oh, you said you were going to the gym at mine. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't say that to you this morning. We had this big old argument about the fact that then I have to come back from the gym to hand her the key. And all she then says is, oh, sorry, I did that. And I'm like, well, my days.
I think that's fine. You said sorry.
Yeah, I said sorry.
You
and I
fight
also,
me to the end.
it's scary being locked outside your house.
Oh, yeah.
And I
It's
had
the
to get
worst.
ready.
Yeah.
I was panicking. I was like, we're going to be late. I need to get ready. You need to come back now immediately with the key. And then you walked in and I said, sorry.
Immediately.
I said,
Immediately.
I'm at the gym. I said, well, you need to get home.
Yeah.
Did you go back to the gym?
No.
So
I didn't have time.
Did you get a workout in or not?
No. I stepped onto the running machine. I got a call,
And you
and
went straight back.
then we argued for 10 minutes. I could have run while arguing to her, and then argued for 10 minutes.
You should have run while arguing.
Yeah. And then I get back. You get your key, and you're all happy.
Yeah.
And then you just
Happy wife, happy life. You
There
should
you
know that
go.
by now.
Yeah. See?
do you win at arguments or do you not win at arguments?
Do I win? No, I just give up in the end,
Yeah.
really. Yes, even if
Don't
I'm right, I
argue
just
that
kind of give up.
much, really, like at all, do we?
No, we don't really.
But you just have like, if I push it, he says I'm the only person who can make him angry on earth. And when he
Yeah.
goes, that's
Because if someone's like, you just avoid them, don't you? If someone's really annoying you or something, you just go, oh, he's a twat, and walk off. You know what I mean? I don't have anything to do with him. When you live with someone, do you know what I mean? You can't get
You call me
away.
a twat.
So no, I mean, like if you're in one of those kind of moods, like sometimes I say to the kids, like, mum's in one of
no,
those.
because it just annoys me.
And we
Because
just all avoid her.
We all avoid her.
no, because Pete always loves to be good cop. I'm like, no sweets until you've done your homework and had your dinner. And people just walk in with like freaking Willy Wonka with loads of sweets, giving them.
But I don't know. I don't
I'm like,
see that.
you can't
previous
do
comment.
that. Like,
no sweets.
all my
Willy
efforts.
Wonka.
What a velvet suit.
Yeah. Big Willy. God. But no, we do. I am more structured in our house, and Pete's just very laid back. Like lockdown, for example, when I'm trying to teach 4 kids homeschool, and Pete's like, "Science, fuck science, let's go in the pool." And I'm like, "No, Pete." So they all think he's great, and I'm the devil at times.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so funny. You don't. You're like the fun dad.
Yeah, but like it's hard, especially if I've been out all
Miss
day. And
Trunchbull. I am Miss Trunchbull.
she is a bit.
My daughter says to me, "Mum, you're a mixture between Miss Honey and Miss Trunchbull." I'm like, great.
I heard on your podcast when you talked about because the same thing happened to you when you were cleaning loads before, is that Sophie has a bit of OCD sometimes. But I heard that you have a Hoover that you can hear.
Oh,
you
no,
can
it's
hear
every-
you
Yeah.
hoovering in like different rooms,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, she's hoovering again.
The
Happened to-
kids. Yeah, what the kids say.
The
Mum,
kid-
put on medium. 4-year-old. The boy's only 4. He goes, Mum, medium. You can't hear the telly.
I've got 2 dogs.
All day.
I like the house to be
All
clean.
day.
And it's never clean, but I'm just always hoovering. Like I worn the wheels off my last Dyson.
But that's the same with. Do you remember when you were going through that? You had this OCD bit where you just
Can
couldn't.
you stop calling it an OCD phase? And we just like to live in clean. I dust on the floor and and it's dog hairs.
You were following me, honestly, and then there was a bit where I got scared. I was like hiding in the room because she was like trying to get in because it was messy, and I was like, please don't come in, leave me, and I'm holding it shut. It was intense. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like for us, it's like a constant kind of drone. It's like
Constant
the M25 or something. You know what I mean? It's like a constant kind of hoovering at all times. It never stops.
Closer and
Yeah, and then you go, and all of a sudden it gets closer, and you go, fucking hell. And then it goes away again. And
And then it comes back.
it comes back.
It makes me happy.
I know,
Clean.
I don't interrupt it.
Clean house makes me happy, and that's like when Pete has a day off and he wants to do something fun. he will go to play golf. I like to empty my wardrobes out and organise things. And that's just who I am.
My problem with that, though, is that I went to golf. I said, right, we got day off today. What do you want to do? And she said, I want to really empty these wardrobes. And I went, well, I'll play golf then. Perfect. So then we came back. And then she said, but emptying these wardrobes all fucking day. And I went, that was your decision. you made a key decision there. Right at the start, this is what I'm going to do. This is the section where we do the weekly wine, where we sit down and we just get something off our chest that's been bugging us about our partner. I mean, this week, have you got one for me?
Don't come to me first because I need you to prompt mine.
Okay.
I've
Our
got
guests
one.
can go first.
I've got one. I've got a big one. And I find this is really unfair. You did it to me again last night. Well, so Sophie will be watching. We watched this. What were we watching last night? That TV show. What's it called?
Aquarius, really.
Okay.
What's that?
It's got. Did you ever watch Californication?
Yes.
So-
Yeah.
And that
David Duchovny.
he's like a detective, and it's on the case of.
It's the like Charles Manson, the
It's
guy.
really
Yeah.
good.
This thing.
I've seen that, yeah.
So-
yeah.
So Sophie's watching the thing. I'm watching with her, and I reckon you said about 8 times. You're like, he's just. Honestly, I've never been more attracted to a man in my life, and
I truly am in. Like he's so
Like this.
gorgeous.
I can't say that in
So-
this
so
house.
I don't- no,
You
but-
would go mad.
No, but I don't mind
Don't
it.
tell him that.
I don't mind it. So I'm just going like, all right, fine. Yeah, he's like Hollywood. He was like, all right, whatever.
He's
fine.
also like quite old now. He's like nearly 60.
He also looks
like,
nothing like me. I couldn't be more opposite. So anyway, there's that. So I was sitting there just taking 8 times the things I'd let him. And I'm like, honestly, and I'm just going, all right, well, like, so I'm just thinking, all right, fine. And then she goes, who do you find really sexy? Who do you? And I'm
we
going,
can't play
That's a
this
loaded
game.
question, though, that, surely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't ever answer that.
thank you. So I'm sitting there in my head going,
Only-
anyone I say is going to.
Is
So
it?
I
Yeah.
go, I don't know. And she
you
goes,
were so defensive already. You're like, why are you asking me?
because of your.
Then it made me want to ask you more.
Okay, well, your reaction exactly plays it. So I'm just going, well, I don't know. And she's like, come on, you must.
No, you just try and
must
stumble
someone.
and try to change the subject.
You must someone. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe it's a bit cliche. I don't know. Like that guy, Emily Ratajkowski, she
Oh,
went,
God.
oh. And I went, and she went, oh, you're gross. And I was like, you're gross.
She's had so much done.
I was like, not her. So cliche.
And then I was like, what? I was like, fine, like you
I
want
can't
me.
believe you
What
went
is
with
the
her.
actual answer, though? Seriously,
Yeah,
like,
right?
if you don't answer it,
If
like,
I'd said Meryl Streep, I think it'd been all right.
yeah.
I think next time I'm honestly
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Meryl Streep. Helen Mirren.
Yeah, Pete went mad at me. Pete wouldn't talk to me for a few days. So watching you saw on my phone me and Kaz pairing
well,
over the
I saw,
Vikings.
like, you know what they were saying. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, there was
The Viking show.
So fit the
Vikings
Vikings.
and all that. And I said, oh, you guys you're into Vikings. What's this all about?
Human.
I couldn't believe
Absolutely
it.
human.
So I know, yeah. I came home in a Viking suit. Yeah. Have you ever seen Only Fools and Horses when Rodney wears the gladiator outfit?
yeah, it's like that.
That's what I look like as a Viking.
You think I fancy Timothy Chalamet, don't you?
Yeah, you don't stop
I don't.
talking
I
about
love him.
Yeah, she.
I think he's so
the word
unique.
Abbey, we met him.
I know.
Yeah, she was fuming about that. She saw you.
Okay.
I was like,
Why?
what, bitch?
Abby, I'm going to tell you this just quickly. So we're on stage.
This isn't true.
We're
This
on
is so
stage.
embarrassing.
It's like so many. There's cameras on us. We're doing our presenting.
Mic'd up.
We're mic'd up. Timothy Chalamet comes on and he's talking to us and he's leaning in and he's.
Did you just lick him?
He gives a look. He gives a look at Sophie. Gives Sophie a look like that, and he walks up.
The look? Did you get the look?
Yeah.
What's the
honestly.
fucking
It's a
look?
fucking look.
I said.
It's
You
not.
like me?
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. He was
look?
handing
The
back
look?
a microphone.
No, the look. Girls know if a guy does a double take at you.
Got the
Because
look.
you do it to girls.
Yeah, you do
That
it.
is not
It's
true.
not.
Backwards
What's the
looking
look?
at us when they go.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that look.
you know, if you're in say a clothes shop and I'll see Pete and I'll see a good looking girl and I'm like, I'm going to see if he looks at her now, and then he does the whole I'm picking a bag up. And you look, I'm like, you've just fucking
Not
looked
true.
at her.
That is
Look,
not
we
true.
drive it around London.
I'm going to pour this water over your head.
What?
and
I'm
I'm
just standing.
driving, and Jamie's, and I see a fit guy walking down the street, and I think, let's see if he sees it. I'll see him on his own.
No, I know.
Yeah, you do. joking.
hard.
That's
Joking.
not clockwork. Do
No,
you know
it's
what?
not.
It breaks my heart, that look.
Honestly,
It
the pit of
wrenches
my-
me
Yeah.
inside.
You know, having said that, right? You've just said to Sophie there. Did you lick his face?
I was joking. That was a joke.
Mate,
That was a joke.
What
Girls
is
aren't
going
like
on
that,
here?
Pete.
You just said
don't
to him,
get
did he
that.
give you the look? And you both went, yeah.
okay. Cheering.
Oh, so
okay,
gel.
so we're standing there, Mike going precious. She's like, oh, he fancies you. I'm like, hello,
He
everyone.
definitely
she
does.
said that in my ear. And then as
definitely will.
As he walked off, he went, well, he's got it. And I was like, and
Oh.
that's a wrap, everyone.
Jamie kept going to me.
Yeah. You're telling Timothy Chalamet's got it as he's walking on stage, and I'm standing there next to your husband. You're going, he's definitely got it.
No, it's
and
I get
pointing
it
at
now.
everyone. Like,
The thing is, he's just, you know, Pete. Where were we, John?
Unique was the word she
Pete,
keeps calling him.
Pete stormed
He's
out
so
the room.
unique.
If you, where were we? Oh yeah, when we were in that Estelle Manor,
yeah.
Pete stormed outside, slammed the door because I kept saying he was unique.
Said, if you say the word fucking unique one more
He
time.
is unique. He's so unique. I've never seen a face like it. He's the most incredible actor of our generation. His hair.
His hair is unbelievable.
But I don't fancy him
much
at
living
all.
up there in that hair.
Emily Ratajkowski's unreal.
Yeah. Do you know who's unique and about it? Kylie Jenner. She's unique. Like she's just,
She is unique.
Yeah, she's unique. She's a powerhouse. I actually admire her. I think she's a powerhouse. You know what? And she's. Who else is? I'm
I
gonna.
would rein in.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a tone, just slightly very on the serious side.
Well, so the weekly wines have escalated.
I've
I
just-
reckon let's move on.
I've got a weekly wine to you, actually, Jay.
yeah?
Jamie. Sorry,
Yeah.
can't call Jay.
No, you can call me
Jamie's
Jay.
Jay.
I don't mind.
So my favourite biscuit is a rich tea,
Yeah.
but they're so pale now.
Are they?
They're
gone
like
bare?
undercooked.
Yeah, everyone keeps.
We need to.
Have you
put-
heard about this? There's been a lot of debate in the household about undercooked rich teas.
They're undercooked.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
so
undercooked.
white.
They've changed.
They're white now. They used to be like a nice coffee
Yeah, but
coloured.
we talked about it on this podcast, and then they went back to being browner.
Do
Do you think?
did think
I
that?
feel like we've had an impact.
You may have actually had an impact on it. You may have had an
I
impact.
think we did.
But rich tea are.
They then changed the colour to a little bit more golden.
Yeah,
I know
You know,
what
like
you're
an
saying.
extra minute in the oven.
Rich teas are banging.
Rich teas are crap.
No,
Really?
I love them.
Yeah, you think of rich tea?
I like a rich tea finger.
she
more.
loves
I
them.
like a rich tea with icing on top. If you
Oh,
just
yeah.
put icing, sugar, and water, and then you put it over the rich
over a
tea.
hobnob.
No, rich tea.
Rich teas.
Yeah, but
Crunchier.
you would have a rich tea over a hobnob.
Yes.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, I'm a rich
Yeah,
tea.
it's
I'm a
bizarre,
rich
isn't it?
tea
Yeah, I
girl.
don't get that either.
I love them. You're a Viennese whale kind of guy.
I do like a Viennese, yeah.
A little side wing.
He loves them.
Top notch.
He loves the Viennese whale.
Yeah, my favourite. Yeah, my
So yeah,
favourite.
that's my weekly wine. If we can do something about it, because I don't want to bake my own rich teas when I bring them
We can
home.
do that. We
Yeah.
can make that happen.
Thank
What
you.
is your week? Do you have a weekly one about me? I don't think you probably do.
I think you've covered a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I think you've hit back a few times, haven't you?
I'll keep.
Do you have this in the bed
Oh,
as well?
no,
Sorry,
no.
I did.
Maybe just so you need to dial it down a little bit.
Okay. Well, in bed.
Take a breath.
In bed, also, do you have it? Is your bed quite big? Do you have a big bed?
Yeah.
You got
yeah,
a
yeah.
cage?
Well,
bed.
it's got me in it, so we
Okay.
got like 8-foot bed. Yeah.
Do you guys like? Are you close to each other at night? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You close to? Okay.
So you're going to look like an idiot saying this.
No, the difference is when we're close to each other, which I like. When you then
When
go.
I go to sleep, we separate.
Oh, she doesn't. No, she likes
No
to.
separation.
She
I like you touching it all time.
Ah.
she wants me to touch her at all times. But now what she's done is she's gone diagonal in bed. So like
Legs
this.
across you.
Across
what I
me.
do.
Over you.
Oh, literally
Yeah.
over me. So I have to.
Ab does that.
I
have
do
to
that.
crawl up in the thing, and I try and move it. And honestly, it's like moving an anchor. You can't. You're like rooted.
Dad, Dad, she's tiny.
Mm.
You're rooted to
Rooted.
the bed, and I can't.
Sometimes I sleep on the side table. Like
head. Your head.
my head,
This is a
genuinely,
pillow.
like it's
He
8
does.
foot. Yeah, like so I put the pillows. It's not as like hard, but I sleep. I'm basically on the side.
I
on the
have
pillow,
to have
on
like
the
a.
table.
You do that?
I get a bit of lamp involved.
No, he does.
Yeah.
But I have to have like, even if I'm like away from him, I have to have like a foot
Yeah,
or
there's always
something
Yeah.
touching.
But that's what I like. I don't want to be smothering you, but just the foot on top of your
Yeah,
leg or
yeah. So
something.
you know that he's there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite nice, I think.
Like.
I think that's nice.
It's
I
quite
think
nice.
that's a wine.
Oh, it's just hot, and you're just.
I'm not that hot. You need to, yeah.
You are, honey.
It's just the constant and the constant bum touching. That's it.
No, I don't. I like a hand on my back.
You like a cold bum.
I certainly do.
Wait, what's a cold bum?
Bums are always cold.
Doesn't everyone?
Have you not touched your own bum?
Is it cold?
Yeah, bums are always cold.
Sophie's nipples are always cold.
Yeah, bums are always cold. Like if you touch your bum cheek.
No, it's not.
It is. But it might not be now because we're sitting on like a comfy
Sitting down,
couch,
But when you're lying and it's very, yeah.
but cold bum.
Yeah, it's nice. Your bum in general is nice. It doesn't matter if it's warm or cold, to be honest.
Right, audience wise.
Audience minds, right? Why do all kids' toys either A, create loads of mess, B, create loads of noise, C, create loads of noise and mess, D, take about 3 hours to set up? The amount of Christmases I've had ruined because my kids are crying. I can't figure the instructions out. Then for the missus to flip her lid when they wreck the house she has spent the past 2 weeks cleaning is demoralising.
Cool story, bro.
Is that just we haven't got kids, so we'll move straight on.
No, but we have nephews. The point, kids' toys are, when you go to they're everywhere.
Mm.
They're like when becomes the limit when you buy kids too many toys?
Yeah.
I think you need to play.
Yeah, you need to play room. But for Christmas, we had to give everything away to charity and friends and then buy the exact same thing.
Because
Because
they
they've literally
need to
got-
open presents for Christmas, so that's where it all. Because birthdays, presents, like you can't not get them something to open. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so that's where the constant build
That
comes.
silicone doll. I was trying to find this.
I know.
My daughter wanted a baby
I was
with a real
googling
belly.
silicone dolls. Almost came home with something
Like
really
a-
fucking
like a-
different.
She wants a
real,
real belly.
instead of a cloth belly, like a skin belly.
What do you do with it?
Have cloth bellies.
Yeah,
It's just like look after
like
it.
a baby Annabelle would be hard, a hard plastic body and hard plastic legs and arms, but she wanted a lifelike stomach.
Silicone. Yeah, I said I was googling it, but
Do
I
you know
almost came
how
home with
many
something really
dolls I
different.
bought?
I want a doll with a lifelike
silicone
body.
lifelike body. But Liberty's like really, really maternal. She really looks after the boys. She loves looking after dolls. She's always like looking after everyone. She's a warrior.
sweet.
You know, if there's like Johnny's on the top swing or something like, you know, she's always worried about what they're doing. She's got a like heart of gold. You know.
That is
Like,
so
yeah.
sweet.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, so she's the one who likes the baby.
Wants all
What,
these
what,
dollies.
what about the boys? Will the boys play football? Are they playing football?
Like them to play, you
Would
know,
you?
like just because I think it's just something I've always kind of thought that I would do is take you know the boys to football. But if they're not into it, that's fine. but
We take
hopefully they
them
are.
and I take them because Pete's working over the weekend and I don't know any of the lingo. So I'm like, run, pass. and, all that. And there's like 3 pitches and they're supposed to go that way and that way. My 2 run diagonally across all 3 pitches and they've got crouch on the back. So Pete's like, you need to get my name off the back of their shirts because I
kind of
can't.
disown them.
I can't have
But they're not
people
ready yet.
knowing that they're my children and they're that bad at football, but they're only 4 and 5.
Yeah, they'll get there.
They will get
But
there.
when do they start? When do they start? As kids start going like, okay, we're gonna.
Well, some of the
I
kids
mean, I
are
was
already
just-
like
I can only
bangers
remember.
into it and amazing. There's a little boy in Johnny's class who is like Ronaldo. He
Are you
is
serious?
sensational, but as Dad said, he lives and breathes football, where ours are just not there yet. But Pete didn't start till he was 9.
Well, I joined the team when I was 9, but all I can remember is just kind of loving it. You know, that's like all I remember was just that's all I wanted to do. It was like people can play computers. I was like out all day, just kicking a ball around.
Wasn't it different back then, where it was like
You did play in the street then?
you
I
could
think.
play in the street, and it was like now it's like the
There
people
are
who.
so many things to do now.
Yeah. There's a lot of distractions.
But I wouldn't let my kids play in the street now.
We had a park behind the house, so I was lucky
But
in
even
that
worse.
respect. But yeah, no, I was out there on my own, like from the moment it got light to the moment it got dark.
You can't do that now.
And I was
It's not
fuming when it
safe.
got dark. It was like,
Really?
yeah, I
Just
was
the
like
whole
so
time?
angry about being dark. And then my mum called me in for dinner, and I was like, no, like so desperate just to be out there all day. No,
That's why it's so thin.
no, not dinner, no.
on your hands and knees, it's raining. No.
Like Rambo.
Wait, but hang on. But would you? Just one question. So But I feel like now it's like so competitive as well, right?
Yeah.
Because like,
Wait, so I feel like it's almost everyone can see kind of what you can get out
Whereas
of
before
it,
it wasn't
and
like that.
like,
It's
and
like
also,
Big Brother contestants nowadays.
that's exactly what it is.
yeah, it feels like, I mean, obviously the kids still love it, but I think the parents is obviously a huge factor for them. You know, a Premier League player now. I mean, it's just
There's a
it's a
kid
way out
round
for
here.
everyone. The whole family can kind of live comfortably now.
Yeah,
There's a kid around here who's been taken out to school and just does football all day.
What?
Yeah, so they're just drilling him. You're going to be he's very good, isn't he? This kid.
He's actually very good, but
Would they know he was good, or would they
really
just
good.
like
Really
that? That's a lot, though, isn't it?
It's a lot,
Imagine
yeah.
they don't. You know,
also
It's
there's
a lot
of
of
pressure. You know, like if it doesn't work out, I mean, what?
And he can't do
I
his
think when we-
timetables.
yeah.
I'm just going to be honest. When we have a kid, I'm going to say here's three things. Here's a football. Here's a golf club. Here's a tennis racket. Pick it. And then
Yeah.
they're going to pick it and I go, right, here we go.
Drill you.
Yeah, I'm going to honestly drill you from the second.
drill
But
you.
Pete's
You're not
so
going to see it forever.
Pete's so relaxed with ours because I think, as a child, he was, his dad was very kind of, militant with you, wasn't he? And, you've got to practice, you can't stop. So Pete's like the complete opposite with ours. He's like, I can't, they have to love it before I get involved to teach them.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
completely different
Yeah.
approach.
Yeah, I loved it, and I kind of there was a decision of like, if you want to do this, then it's going to be tough, and I'm going to push you to the points where you're not going to like it. But if you want to do it, that's what I want to do. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I did kind of want it, but yeah, it was tough at times.
Was it really tough at times?
Yeah, times. Yeah, where I was like,
Hellish at times.
Really?
yeah, but I wouldn't be where I wouldn't.
Yeah,
have,
exactly.
I think I needed that. So I don't.
Most footballers have had a similar story, a similar path.
Yeah, there's always
I mean,
someone
push,
that's
push.
Yeah.
You think about when you were, 16, 17, everyone's going to parties, everyone's socializing. Yeah, I was probably the most dedicated I've been in my entire life at that age.
Really?
Between kind of 14 to 20, when everyone's I was like no
that
parties,
discipline
no.
is wild.
Yeah, but it was like my dad would just put it in my corner. He would say things like, yeah, you go to the party, yeah, no worries. And he said, do you think the other lads are doing that? And I'll go, oh. And he'd like plant a seed and
Yeah,
I'd
but
go,
I would be the opposite. I'd be
nah.
like, so?
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I'd
he
be
just
like,
kind of planted
yeah.
a seed. He said,
That
you go.
is still serious discipline.
Yeah. And then but I'd be like, nah, maybe they're not. And he said, it's up to you. No, those ones. And I just never did. Yeah, I was like, no, I want to play well.
So when you started dating Pete, then was your dad a big fan of? Was he a
my
Liverpool
dad
fan?
is a huge Liverpool
So
fan.
were you? How did you break it?
My dad thought I was like a complete tart for going out with a footballer, and all his friends were just going to like rip him in the pub, and it would last 2 minutes, and then now he prefers Pete to me.
Really?
Yeah, we're such a close family, and he's
My
great,
dad-
my dad.
Obviously, he's great. Like, I just don't think he thought it was going to last. You know what I mean? He said his
Yeah.
mate's going to rip him. Nothing's going to come of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And I'd
but
be tainted.
right. So this is the point where we get into the Agony Abs. This is where usually Abbey helps people out, and I join in sometimes as well. But if you've wrote one in this week, you've got 4 for the price of 2.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Abbey, Pete, Jamie and Sophie. I'll add your names on that as well. I have an Agony Ab. It's not about my relationship, but one of my close friendships. I'll begin by saying this. At the start of this running prank, even I could see the funny side of things, but it started to take the piss a bit now and spill over to other parts of my life. Basically, a couple of months ago, one of my eldest and closest friends had the genius idea of putting a fake advertisement up on things like Facebook and Gumtree. Then rather than attaching their contact details to the ad, they'll put up one of ours. He will put these as giveaways or for ridiculously low prices because someone has been offered a job abroad and needs to get rid of everything out of their house quickly, etc. Past advertisements include American-style fridge freezers, curved TVs, and even unexpected litter of puppies.
This guy's got a lot of time on his hands.
As I said, initially this was quite good banter. We all had a laugh, but now the joke's running a bit thin. I'm getting pissed off at having field hundreds of calls and texts regarding ads I've never posted. This includes the working day or when I'm trying to chill on the weekend. How do I stop without sounding like a bore? Even better, how do I get them back? I've already done the same back to them, but it annoyingly doesn't seem to bother them. And I don't want to fuel this fire even further.
I
Pete
know
from
how
Nottingham.
they can get them back.
Oh.
You do?
They give their number to an estate agency, loads of estate agencies. And
Here
then,
we go.
they'll call them.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking for a house. We've got you this house. You know how estate agents
Nice.
call you
Yeah,
constantly.
all day. Yeah. You're in the
That's
market.
one.
That's how you
Wait,
get
sorry,
them
I'm
back.
confused. You give what? You give
So
the
you give the guy who's put the ad up his number to loads of like John D. Woods, Nine Frank, just
name another one.
Dexter, and then off you go, and you give lists of all these houses and all the different, and so the estate agents will constantly call them up. And you
That's good.
That's good.
I like that.
That's not bad, actually. Okay, well, I can't trump that.
Straight off the cuff as well.
Yeah, I know. That's
You've done that
unbelievable.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you're close enough to your friend, you could just say,
I would
stop.
I
Like,
know,
what are you
this is
doing?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you would
be
sound
pissed off.
boring if you said that.
God, a litter of puppies and all that. Like, Jesus Christ. We had a secret Santa at Liverpool once, and one of the lads, he hadn't been seen with the girl much. So one of the other lads brought him an actual bird. And wrote
A real
a canary, like a canary. Said, like, because no one's seen you with a bird ever.
hilarious.
What did he do with that little bird?
I used to travel in with him as well, and I was like, it was a bit frosty at first. I was like, I don't know what to say. I was like, and he went, "What are we gonna do with this fucking bird?"
Oh.
we went to the pet shop, dropped it off.
You got Rafa Benitez that year, didn't you?
Yeah,
And
Would
you know,
you get him?
he's like famous for them like long leather coats.
he's just started. He's not famous for them, but
Oh, isn't it?
he started buying like leathers that year, and we bought him a leather.
And we bought him the Jose Mourinho How to Be the Best Manager book. Pete never played again.
I bought him. It was a Jose Mourinho How to Win the League or something, and obviously we hadn't won the league.
And you were like,
I know it's brilliant.
I did say this to you. I said to you what I said. So, what pet would you want if you could have any pet apart from a dog?
Do you not have pets?
We have a dog. We have a dog, and I said, what pet would you have? Sophie wants to get a dolphin
Oh,
and put it in the swimming pool and just jump in and stroke it.
That'd be lovely.
Wouldn't it be gorgeous?
Even Johnny would get on well.
A dolphin.
Get married as well.
A dolphin in the swimming pool, just pet
No, I
it.
said a bearded dragon.
They're nice. That's more attainable.
Yeah, and
Was that a real thing, a bearded dragon?
Yeah, they're like it's a
they're
lizardy,
like a
iguana
slithery
thing.
lizard.
Was it?
Yeah.
Quite fun to just.
it was a dragon with a beard.
They feel slightly like that baby. They feel very silicone-y.
All right, another one here. I will remain anonymous. I love it when they're anonymous. They're always good. As this message has the potential to destroy lives.
Oof.
Apparently.
Here we go.
I know this may sound a bit brash, but I love having sex.
No, I love having sex in the morning.
No, full stop. I love having sex. Full stop. In the mornings, before work, nipping home for a quickie at lunch, after date nights, anytime, any place, anywhere. Like most men, I knew it was a man.
I know, yeah.
I was hoping so
Yeah, I
much.
know. I know.
Like most men, I never used to be fussy about whom with either. But 3 years ago, I decided I would put all of my love into one box.
Ugh.
Well, I didn't write this. I'm sorry. She, like me, is fairly rampant. We're getting married in March 2024. You're both invited to the wedding, by the way. I was chatting to my dad and some of his pals, and they've told me that my days of sending out for sushi are numbered. This is a disgrace. As a self-proclaimed freak in the sheets, is it possible to continue boarding? No.
No, read it.
Is this a real message?
Read it.
Fucking hell.
Is it possible? Fuck off.
Go on, get it out.
Is it possible to continue boarding the beef bus?
I'm sorry. Has someone written this in?
Boarding the beef.
We have got
bus.
some freaky fans, you know.
Once a week, or do I have to
Say
accept
that
my
you're
miserable
rampant.
fate of cleaning cobwebs out the womb room? No. On birthdays, basically, okay. Or
You see the
the rest of my sad little
womb.
life. Oh my god! Basically, does he settle when he's rampant?
Does he settle, or is he saying does sex diminish once you get married?
No, we all know it diminishes when you get married. That's not up for debate. That's not the debate here at all. That's we all know that. He's
We all know that.
he's just saying, should I?
Should he settle or should he not settle?
What, with a woman or for one woman to have sex with?
He's basically saying that he likes to go out and have sex all the time. But
I
is
think he
it
makes-
better to just settle and have one person?
Yeah.
No, I think he needs to. I don't think he's going to be good with one person.
No, I agree.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's not with this, some of his
I think
language.
he should go and see like a sex therapist.
Same.
The beef.
Not when he's calling a woman a beef brisket.
Wasn't, it
A beef
wasn't a beef brisket.
He's talking about the beef bus.
Yeah, it's like a Texan
bus?
barbecue. What is that? Beef brisket.
No.
Wow.
that's-
I need help. Let's be honest.
Same.
He does need.
Yeah, I think he
he
needs
needs
help.
some sort of help.
Let's be
I don't
honest.
get that when people say I'm a sex addict.
I don't understand.
You thought you said at one point because you said because you would be naked and I'd get all.
I said you need to go get help. You've got a sex addiction problem.
because you would walk around naked and you thought that
I didn't walk around naked. I'd come out the shower and a bit of my skin would be showing.
don't show it. Cover up. Cover everything up. Yeah, cover everything up.
That is so annoying for a girl though, like especially when you get out the shower and you're trying to put your makeup on and get ready. Like I've had to ban Pete from coming near me in that area.
But
Yeah.
but then again, if I walk straight past her when she was naked, right, I'm gonna be in trouble for that as well.
Exactly. So
Yeah, by not looking.
Yeah, because we're like, well, hold on, what's wrong with me?
I've never told you for not looking at me.
You have. Oh no! Like what if I look? No, but if I come and touch you and you're completely naked,
Yeah, I go mad.
why?
Because I
But
don't
then what?
need
What if I
that.
if I walked straight past you and didn't even look at you when you were naked? That would be worse.
That'd be fantastic because I could get ready
That'd be
quicker.
fantastic.
I'd get ready quicker and then we'd be able to have
Surely
a
that
fun day.
wouldn't. Surely you
Heather?
wouldn't like that.
I've never noticed that though.
Yeah, that's never happened. let's
That's
be
never
honest.
happened.
Yeah, that's very true.
Not yet.
All right. One
Well,
more.
let's send this perv to get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think one woman's for you, mate.
I don't
Yeah.
think it is either.
Yeah, keep boarding that bus, mate.
Beef bus.
Wow. Yeah, okay, one more. As animal lovers, you might be able to help with this. I'm newly married and trying for a baby with the most amazing man I've ever met. But there's a problem. His best mate, Mike, the English bulldog, seems to think we're in a throuple, trying for puppies. When I'm ovulating, there's nothing more off-putting than catching Magic Mike in the corner of the room putting his lipstick on his lipstick. Disgusting. When we try to exclude him, he barks and scratches the door non-stop, leaving us no choice but to let him in the room. My husband loves him so much. He says, don't worry, he's harmless. But then the heavy breathing and him humping his teddy at the same time are not what I've signed up for. My hubby has had Mike longer than we've been together, and it's
It's a
his
tough thing though.
and it's his baby. So giving him away is not an option. All logical solutions
Giving him away.
All logical solutions have failed. Do you have any creative ways where I can get this climax killer out of the bedroom and get my bonk beats playing?
What do you think you do?
That's tough. I wouldn't want to be having sex with a bulldog near me either.
No.
Really, you wouldn't?
Like heavy breathing, no.
No.
Yeah,
Any
that,
animal?
Any animal.
We
What's
don't let our
wrong?
pets upstairs apart from the cat because she's 20.
Maybe they need to implement some rules like that. Maybe try and just have an honest conversation and be like, it really is really off-putting.
Weird,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
But I think that's a tough one if you've got a man who with a dog.
Yeah, but
If you meet a man with his own dog before,
I would feel jealous.
I would.
you'd feel jealous. People are weird with their
Would
dogs.
you really?
My mum's dog is bizarre. My mum has this little terrier, and if you finish like lunch or it's dinner, if you finish dinner with around the table, the dog every single time comes in hot in its mouth with this red towel, and my mum goes, "Oh God," and holds it up in the air like it's like I just holds it like
So
that,
it's
and the dog
strong.
shags it. And then my mum sort of moves it up and down, and then it
She
finishes.
encourages it.
She basically gives the dog a wank. And
Wow.
then she throws the towel away and it walks off. Every single evening around 8 in the evening after like dinner or 9 in the evening.
That is
It's
mad.
bizarre.
That
It's
is quite
bizarre.
bizarre.
And she goes, oh, all right.
And it
Go
puts
wank
your
the dog
baby,
off.
it's like you have to give in to like your babies and it's like, remember that time John lost his virginity in my mum's house and had the condom in a knot under his bed. My mum's got 2 little Morkies and they were playing like tug of war. So my mum like can't see it thing. And then she was like, what's that? Grabbed it and it was that. So she laid it on his bed for when he came home from school to be like, what is this?
Oh, and
my-
the fear when you walked in to see that.
Jerry asked. I remember he asked. You asked Sean and Sean. He asked me and Sean about what do I need to do? What do I need to do about
Safe sex.
about and we said, well, you need to go and buy some condoms. So obviously Sean's took him down to the supermarket, right? And he said, obviously they're just in the aisle, aren't they?
Yeah.
But he's like, well, what
How do you know?
do I have to do? And he goes, you got to go and ask the girl on the till. Where you got to go and ask the girl on the till. Go over to the girl just on the cashier. She goes, sorry, and you have to explain your situation. So he's in school uniform. He has to explain his situation. He's going, sorry, I'm thinking about having sex with my girlfriend.
You nearly kicked that over.
We've been together like 3 years now.
You know what he came out with? You know he came out with a packet of JLS
The
condoms.
JLS ones.
Green,
JLS
red.
on them. Yeah, just the same. He had a reshape on the front. I believe it was an absolute stitch up.
Yeah, that is
Keep that one though.
that
If
is
anyone asks you about it.
That is my cheeks out.
That
I
is
can't wait till
so
my boys
good.
are older so I can do it to them.
Yeah, if you're going to explain your situation.
My boys
Explain
will
it
not
to
be
the
having sex with
cashier.
anyone, thank you.
Girls just there, just trying to get through the day. I'm thinking about having sex with my girlfriend. We've been together.
Do you know what? I think, to be honest, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you were responsible, John.
Yeah, you're exactly right, mate.
like
You're
that.
doing all the right things, mate. Right, Jamie, Sophie, it's an absolute pleasure. Obviously, your podcast is flying, and we can see why. It's a great, got a great connection, great people. We've loved having you on, and hopefully you'll come on again.
Thanks. And
But
you,
if
and you
Timothy
guys, you guys are
Chalamet
going
ever
to come.
gives you that look again, ditch
Oh
him.
my god. He's just got it. What does that even mean?
It's so
and then-
unique.
So unique. I mean, what? Emily Ratajkowski is okay.
Shut
Whoa. But you guys are going to come on our one, right?
Yeah, we can't
100%.
wait.
Okay,
Yeah,
We
amazing.
can't
no
wait.
problem.
Can't wait. Thanks for having us,
No,
guys.
thank you
so
so
much,
much for
guys.
coming
That
on.
was
You've
so
been
fun.
great. And, we could have talked all day.
Yeah.
Thanks,
We will
guys.
do, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.